There once was a man who had a very silly idea. He thought that he could walk into a store and take things without paying. By pretending that a banana was something dangerous, he held the banana in his hand and thought to himself, "If I point this banana at people, they will be afraid and give me what I want." The man did not think carefully. He did not use good judgment. He did not stop to remember that honesty is important. He only thought about trying to trick others. So he went into the store, he hid the banana inside, like his coat, and he said in a serious voice, "Give me the money from the register." The store worker looked at him with wide eyes. At first the worker was surprised. Then the worker noticed something strange. The shape in the man's hand did not look scary at all. It looked like the curve of a banana. The worker tilted the head and asked, "Is that a banana?" The man grew nervous and said, "No, it is not." But the worker was not fooled. Other people in the store began to laugh. They pointed and said, "Look, he is trying to rob the store with a piece of fruit." The man started to feel embarrassed. He looked at the banana in his hand, and he realized how silly the plan was. He felt smaller and smaller as the giggles around him grew louder. The store manager came forward. The manager spoke kindly but firmly and said, "Sir, it is not right to take. What is not yours, it is not right to trick others. You must understand that respect, honesty, and kindness are more powerful than any trick. If you are hungry, you can ask for food. If you are in trouble, you can ask for help, but you cannot pretend a banana is something dangerous and try to steal." The man lowered his head. He thought about the words honesty and kindness. He had not used those words in his actions. He had tried to take a shortcut. He had tried to get something without earning it. He now understood that this was wrong. The police were called, but even the police officer could not help but smile a little when he saw the yellow banana. The officer said, "Young man or old man, whoever you are, you must learn that every choice has a result. If you choose the path of lies and tricks, you will meet with shame and consequence. If you choose the path of honesty and hard work, you will meet with trust and respect." The man gave back the banana to the worker. He said, "I am sorry, I should not have done this. I was wrong. I thought a trick could solve my problem, but it only made things worse." The worker forgave him and said, "It is good to admit when you are wrong. That is the first step to doing better next time." Children who were shopping with their parents were watching this whole scene. They asked questions. Why did the man do that? Why did he think a banana could scare someone? Why did he not just ask for help? The parents explained to them that sometimes people make poor choices when they are afraid or when they want something quickly, but it is always better to make the right choice from the beginning. The parents told the children, "Honesty is like a shining light. It shows people they can trust you. Kindness is like a warm blanket. It makes everyone feel safe. Respect is like a tall tree. It grows stronger every day when you water it with good actions." The children nodded. They learned a lesson that day. They learned that trying to trick others only brings trouble. They learned that even a funny idea like using a banana as a tool to scare people is not really funny. When someone is being dishonest, they learned that laughter is better when it comes from joy and not from watching someone make a mistake. The man walked away from the store. He held the banana in his hand again, but this time he peeled it slowly and took a bite. He realized that bananas are for eating, they are for sharing, they are for giving you strength and energy to do honest work. They are not for scaring people, and they are not for tricks. He decided that from that day forward he would not try to take from others. Instead, he would try to give. He would try to earn what he needed by working, by helping, by showing respect to those around him. The lesson of the story is simple. Never try to solve your problems by lying or tricking others. Never try to get what you want without earning it when you feel hungry or lost or worried. Remember, there are people who can help you if you are honest with them. Always use your words in a kind way. Always use your actions to build trust. Always remember that being truthful makes you strong. So children, if you ever hold a banana in your hand, remember, it is just a fruit. It is sweet, it is healthy, gives you energy and joy, but it is not a tool to play a trick that could hurt others. It is not something to frighten people with. Use bananas and all fruits for eating, for sharing, and for staying healthy. That is the honest way. That is the kind way. And so the story ends with a man who learned a lesson and with children who grew wiser because they saw what happens when someone makes a poor choice and when someone admits their mistake. The world becomes better when we choose honesty, when we choose kindness, and when we choose respect.